the midst of all the storm, we're going to just talk about the coronavirus and the theories behind it, and all the theories behind all the other, I don't want to say pandemics, but
So before we get too deep into it, during your quarantine, have you heard about that new Netflix series that everybody's going off about?
Tiger King.
Tiger King, yeah.
Mine.
oh man, I didn't watch it yet.
Well,
I decided yesterday that I was going to watch it sometime.
I live for white trash, so that made my week.
Hey,
all I'm gonna say, Kelvin, he's a different guy, yo.
Is he?
He's
All
a different.
types of levels.
Yo.
so y'all fully recommend this show?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Hell
god.
yeah.
Don't take it
It's
serious.
very-
though.
Right,
it's
right,
very
right.
entertaining.
Right. Full blown entertainment. I respect that. I did watch Ozark though. Anybody fuck
A
with that
lot
yet?
of people, yeah, like
Never seen it.
What?
my girl been watching that. She liked that shit a lot.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I might have to check it out.
That's wrong dope. You gotta watch it from the beginning to the end though, and you gotta pay attention. That's the
See,
tough
nah, I
part.
can't watch shows like that. If I gotta pay attention, I can't.
Yeah,
really
you
watch it.
got to pay attention.
Nah.
It's like that intricate, or
Yeah,
No.
it's like in the beginning they show 3 like symbols of what's gonna happen in the episode, and you just really gotta watch the episode to see what happens. And it's always something that's just crazy. Like, damn. But nah, yo, that 3rd season came out. It was good.
Nah,
Yeah.
TV's a distraction, so I don't really want to pay attention to it.
nigga, what do you do?
Dre
Like
be
if you don't
chilling,
watch
dog.
TV,
I
you
be
don't-
chilling, yo.
Whole time, how you been holding up with the NBA gone, yo?
Yeah, I tried to play basketball over the what day was it? What's today? Sunday. I probably tried to play basketball with my little brother and his friends on Thursday, bruh. I'm not even old yet.
Like
Like
shit,
I can't hang with no 15-year-olds.
it ain't the same no more.
Nah, y'all niggas is different.
Yeah, that's how it be.
I'm waiting for that Jordan, the Bulls, 30 for 30 to come out.
Ain't that
Mm.
like a 6-part joint or something?
It
crazy
needs
like
to
that?
hurry up with part 1 at least. Like, come on, we need this.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of
Sports world
TV.
needs
Well,
this.
that's what they're gonna be doing with a lot of movies. Like they're supposed to come out in theaters. Like it's
Yeah.
going straight to like on demand, or they're just getting dropped by like the production company.
I'm watching one
That's,
right now.
that's a good idea.
That went straight to it went to YouTube. It went to YouTube, so you can buy it on there. This new movie with Vin Diesel's called Bloodshot.
Mm.
I'm halfway through it, but it's really all right. It's all right.
All right, we
Yeah,
got our
I'm not
movies.
watching Vin Diesel movies. Fast and the Furious 12.
Nah, this one was all right, man.
Hey, yo.
So far, I'm only halfway through, so it's all right.
All right. Any other quarantine self isolation updates?
Nah, it's funny to me because I'm getting to see that people really don't have like hobbies or shit because they
Real
just
shit.
going crazy
Yeah.
because they can't leave the house. I'm like, oh, y'all are miserable. Y'all don't even love the people y'all live with.
Right.
And
That's
y'all just realizing it.
yeah. That's the thing right there, yo. You really, you figure out the people in your house and who you really
Yeah,
love
they
and
realize
don't
they live
like.
with strangers. Like,
yeah.
y'all don't know shit about the people y'all live with.
You
It's hilarious.
you mad at shit that you at home right now. It's a
Somebody said, I don't know if it's accurate. I heard the divorce rate's going up because
Chill,
people are
They
starting
yo.
can't even file they can't file for divorce because the courts is closed.
good-
like they really starting to get to know their spouse.
yeah, like I don't like this shit.
Like I'm at work most of the day. I'm actually getting to know
can't
you. I
run
don't
to the
like
bars
you.
no more. They don't have no escape.
None. That's
Some people just miserable.
ain't no
And I love to
bars.
see it.
Like
Ain't
you
no
try to
concerts.
you try to tell your wife you about to go hang out with the boys. She be like, where?
Like shit.
Where
You
y'all
gotta
about to
get
go?
a detailed list because they're gonna come back with the Rona.
Gotta be careful, yo.
Yeah. Hey, no corona babies. Okay.
Oh no,
I'm about to say there's plenty of those
Nah.
coming.
October coming around.
I don't need Covina. Okay.
Oh,
Coming. Covert. Okay.
Say
they gonna start
Covina.
naming their babies Rona. Baby Rona.
Baby Rona. That's definitely gonna happen. I can see a few baby Ronas coming
It's gonna
out.
be a couple Coras.
Y'all on fire right now, yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Y'all just happy to be out the house. I
Like
respect
shit.
it.
Yo.
I had a lot of time to think this week. So,
So
It's like, yo, like it's horrible on extroverts, but even introverts, like, yo, like, oh, there's a limit to this shit.
yeah, definitely. So let's talk about the new normal right now. Let's say no concerts, no any
Ain't
type
no
of
nothing.
live,
If
yeah,
you-
no type of live
if you're looking for
entertainment.
entertainment, it's not there.
It's nowhere.
Don't try to sit down in a restaurant.
Nah.
Shit, you be lucky if you can walk in the bitch.
Yeah, if you walking in picking up food only.
Curbside. Like
Curbside. Yeah. No. We'll bring it to you.
Real
So-
Shit, I went to I can't even name the restaurant because I should have been eating that. But it was like, we're not taking your card. You swiping your own card.
Damn.
I'm like, God damn.
Yo, this is the new normal, yo. I really feel like it might become the new normal for like how the food is working, less concerts, public outings. Like if you're gonna go somewhere, it got to be a trusted spot.
yeah.
Well, not for the people around here. They gonna be in euphoria as soon as like the summer open up.
Well, you know that first let out, you know, it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
it's gonna be
crazy.
wild.
It's
They're
gonna
gonna
be
be like
crazy. It's gonna be
finally
wild.
free.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
I mean, just imagine like couple, I would say last Thursday when the weather was right, people was outside like crazy. So just imagine a couple more months or
Give 'em the
another
green
month.
light.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be out.
Well, you know, they already talking about fuck a curfew, but it ain't no curfew anyway. So I don't know what people just talk about.
Yeah, that's the city.
Yeah, you know.
I saw
is the
something.
city.
I saw something on the internet where there was like a curbside hookah outside, like people were actually smoking a hookah outside their window. Had the hookah sitting on the concrete, and they were like
Yeah.
just smoking it.
Wow,
They getting creative out here.
definitely, 100%.
Yo, the creatives are about to like win and boom after this is over. Like they cooking. Like this is the time in which you think.
Oh, it's about to be
man,
some shit that like pop up out of like the Netflix party shit. It's about to be
Yeah.
a whole lot of innovative shit
Yeah,
where people can like still interact with each other
Yeah.
and keep their distance.
yeah. And I mean, that's one big thing that I've noticed within like this whole pandemic is like the importance of community.
Mhm.
Just overall is like, you know, when you see people around you trying to just uplift other people and, you know, just get by and get through, it's just a lot of resources out there that the
Yeah.
communities is uplifting each other with. And that's really dope to see on a continuous basis, whether it just be something serious, you know, work wise or your business, or, you know, just doing some Netflix shit, just getting people out and playing games, PlayStation 4s.
Yeah.
I seen a little group that everybody put their gamer tag in there and doing that type of stuff. So that's really dope to see that sense of community.
Or even
during
like
this
small
time.
gatherings. Like I was
Right.
speaking to a friend like earlier there last week, he was like, it's the first time in a long time that she just had someone come over and they just watch movies and chill.
Right.
Because
right.
everybody just be wanting to be out and shit. I'm like,
Mhm.
you should have been did stuff like that. Like you had a heart to heart conversation. Like people don't take the effort to do that no more. It's just like they trying to escape from their problems. So
Yeah. And now we forced in this jump.
exactly.
Yeah. Like where you going? Nowhere.
But luckily, we have some individuals here that are blessed to be in it, and you know we are doing all right, and you know able to have these
Amen.
conversations.
Amen.
Twan is doing good. He just decided not to come. I think honestly, he probably loving life right now.
I
You
hope
remember
so.
that meme he sent us this week?
Oh, yeah.
Just based off
That's
of
one
that.
person that don't need to be by his phone all day.
Real shit.
Cause he be on whole tab Instagram and I be so pissed.
Oh, I was thinking the same shit to this morning.
He be watching YouTube videos with the aluminum foil hat people, and it's just
Stop it.
shit. I guarantee you,
Oh man.
What's good, bro?
be watching Brother Delight and no Polite. I think his name.
Polite.
Yeah.
I can't mess with y'all, yo. All right, let's really get into the main topic and the corona conversation and the theories behind it and all the other good conspiracy theories that us
Theories,
Americans,
the myths, the
Coronavirus.
facts. It's
Yeah.
the coronavirus.
the facts, the fiction.
Shout outs to Cardi B with that wonderful soundbite.
Real talk. Oh, TikTok. Anybody got a TikTok account?
So no, but that's
I believe
speaking of
there's an
TikTok,
age limit on that. I do.
Not during the corona
Nah,
pandemic.
I don't know if it's an age limit, but I do know
have a TikTok.
Not
I'm
yet.
assuming you do.
TikTok defines the
Yeah, you about to
generation
get
after
one.
us. Like
Yeah,
these
100.
motherfuckers can't do nothing but dance.
100.
That's all they can do.
100.
Dance. They can't read. They can't talk. They can't write in cursive.
Chill.
But the motherfuckers
They,
can
they can
dance.
TikTok their ass off.
They
bro.
can dance and renegade. The motherfuckers
Right.
can
Let me-
dance
Yo, they be
their ass
renegading
off.
this shit. Man.
Y'all saw the Switch challenge, right?
Do what?
Switch.
Switch.
Flip the
Oh,
Switch.
the light
challenge.
Oh,
switch
yeah,
shit.
yeah. See,
See-
that's an easy one that I can do.
Huh? You doing that?
No, I'm not. I'm not doing it. All right, I shouldn't do it at all. Like niggas,
No,
niggas turned up.
Nah.
That's hold up. That's the one where you play a song, then you flip the switch and
With
it's
your
like
girl,
a whole.
though. So she be having like her sports bra and her little shorts on.
Oh,
and you
gotta put
yeah.
the
All right, y'all
bra
took
on
too
the
far.
little
Nah,
shorts.
that's not the whole
Yeah,
switch.
niggas don't have
clip.
no bra.
Yeah, no, that's
See,
what
no.
we
Let
was
me
talking
explain the switch that I thought y'all was
Okay.
talking about real
All
quick.
right,
All right.
hurry up and redeem yourself.
Let me do that. So I thought it was you dancing in the mirror or whatever, and then you flip the switch, and it's just like a different person. Ain't
Nah, they ain't the
it's,
switch,
it's
Alex.
not necessarily changing clothes.
Nah,
Which-
they
No,
change
the
the clothes
one
out
that
here.
the one
These-
that's popping, the one that's popping
Alright.
is like dudes is with their girl, and then they got their regular clothes on. The girl got their girl clothes on,
Yeah.
and they switch, and then he's putting her girl clothes on, dancing like a girl,
Nah.
doing all that type of stuff.
I ain't got that much time.
Nah, just
Yeah,
this is not for me, bro.
I'll do a simple dance move joint, just doing that. Yeah, they look
good.
fun, yo. Niggas ain't doing shit. I will only do it with my girl though.
I'm not gonna judge you.
That's fine.
It's-
You can judge me.
I just asked that you don't post that shit.
Yeah, no, that was my
Yeah.
thing. I was gonna do it with my girl, and she was gonna post on her page. That was the only acceptable thing that I would do.
That's still gonna be out there, bro.
it's-
I mean, it won't look ugly. I won't play myself. If I'm doing
We just-
TikTok,
we
it's
just
gonna be
looking
fly, yo.
Yeah, I hope so.
I appreciate y'all. You know,
Well,
somebody just flipped the switch.
holding me
yeah.
down like shit.
keeping my clothes on.
Nice. I'm keeping my clothes on. All right, now, yo. So let's hop into this conversation, fellas. Man, coronavirus, COVID-19.
Miss Rona. No, they changed the name to it already. It's now called SARS-CoV-2.
That sounds about right because it's a SARS
Yeah.
type of thing. They need to stop changing goddamn names.
Because the motherfuckers don't know what it is. So the thing that with them calling it coronavirus, like that doesn't make it specific. Like,
Mhm.
because there's been coronaviruses before,
Yeah.
but you know, niggas just give everything a nickname. So he's like, oh, coronavirus is short enough. That we're not going nowhere past that.
I mean, it has to have a name. It can't just be the new sickness, the new virus. You know, it has to have something identifiable.
Yeah, I guess. But you know, now it's Rona.
That was Rona. That's
Miss
why I've been
Rona.
Rona was Rona.
Now you gotta show some respect, Miss Rona, so she don't hit you. Like, nah. Miss Rona, I'm gonna keep my distance.
So what was the craziest thing that y'all have seen thus far in this Rona?
The
Situation.
craziest. I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff, man. Like, I mean, you know, something that's kind of crazy and kind of scary. Just like the amount of like ammo. Like if you go to guns and like, yo, they're off the shelves, man.
Ah,
Because
damn.
people are anticipating the worst.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
the hell do you think's gonna happen?
Well, here's unemployment breeds crime, man. It does. So like if enough people are out of work, you know, desperation, you know, sets in, and then that's how things happen.
My thing is, if you rob somebody, it's typically to take it to a pawn shop. The pawn shops is closed. So if you rob somebody,
What you gonna do?
what you gonna do with what you got?
Well, here's the thing: you can rob them for their money. Like
All right, it's 2020. Who is carrying money in their house?
ATM still work.
So
I
you
mean,
work for a bank. You know how hard it is for someone to rob an ATM.
It's not if you walk them there. Not if you walk them there, you can get away. It's
Well-
happened. We've actually had that.
They shouldn't be outside.
You only get $500 at the ATM.
It's not true anymore.
Oh, no, they well, I ain't taking more than $500.
I ain't know. It's like,
Yeah, depending on which bank you bank with, it can be up to like 1,000, like a 1,000, and then if you time it right, you can get like 2,000 in one sitting. If you do it at 11, let me stop.
I'm about to say, what's the finesse in that one? He breaking out
You
ATM
don't say.
finesses.
Let me stop.
All right.
Don't rob people.
like shit, though.
Yeah, that's
That's
the lesson for this.
real
statement.
talk.
Stop robbing people.
Nah, man. For me, it's just trying to, prepare the household and just going out and dealing with other people that's trying to, deal with this pandemic as well. It's like, why are we buying all the toilet paper, buying all the paper towels, all the hand soap?
Well,
and
people
dish
are
soap?
acting like the grocery stores are going to shut down.
Yeah,
It's like, no, that stuff is going to stay open.
like
So people just like going crazy over toilet paper. Now, I have heard that a lot of toilet paper comes from China.
yeah.
So it's like a delay in it being shipped out.
Mm.
But also, that don't mean that you got to buy 12 packs of toilet paper.
Right.
Because I don't give a fuck how many people live in your house. You don't go through toilet paper that fast. Like, you just don't.
Right. And why you not prepared already? Like,
Very true.
especially when it comes to like soap.
And
Nah,
I use wet wipes anyway, so toilet paper don't really
real shit.
Toilet paper lasts a real long time in my house.
Yeah, and then what blew me is when I was in my time of preparation and I was trying to get hand sanitizer. I was like, damn, yo, all this shit is really gone and it's still gone. And ain't honestly, I don't think it's coming back.
You know what the ignorant part about that is? Like the stuff that'll help your immune system, help you actually fight it, is still available.
Yeah, all the fruits and vegetables is right there.
Yeah,
even the vitamins,
yeah.
the vitamins like the vitamin C, the zinc, still there.
That was definitely weird when I was doing my shopping.
Well, people was buying all the shit that spoiled quick. I'm like, why the hell y'all?
Yeah.
Why do y'all have 5 loaves of bread?
They
Bread don't last that long.
Better put that shit in the freezer. Got to be.
I mean, y'all not gonna go for the canned stuff, like the stuff that like non-perishables.
Yeah.
The stuff that you should get in the midst of like but you know,
if you are that scary, you need to go into the Walking Dead.
Well, I don't know
mode.
what people are really
Okay.
thinking is going to happen because like ain't nobody electricity or nothing getting cut off, so all those functions are still going to work. I really don't get it.
Yeah, I'm really like
People are anticipating like the world ending. I'm like, it's not that serious.
I mean, yeah, like, people have their different beliefs about what's happening right now. So I think that's also a part of it too. You
yeah,
gotta take
that's
that
a big part
consideration.
of it.
Well, that's the reason why only 3 of us here because
Essentially, yeah. I mean, people
Yeah.
believe differently, but we do have to respect everybody's opinion, and I think that's really a big part when like going to the grocery store and everybody stocking up. It's like, all right, I can go grab 3 things of water. Knowing I'm in a household, I might just need 2 though. Let me just not take all of them. Be considerate of that next person.
Yeah, then while shopping, I'm like, people don't think that 7-Eleven has water.
Yeah,
So I got like, if I stock up on water, I can go to 7-Eleven. I could have made a killing. They wasn't stopping me.
Yeah.
I could have had all the water I needed from 7-Eleven.
that's a good point. Supporting your local spots. So everybody done got to go to a big Walmart or a
But that's
Target or
how
some shit
everybody's
like that.
thinking.
Yeah.
I think this is the time where the people that are really going to thrive are thinking outside of the box.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I have a bodega that has all this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like all the stuff that I need, and nobody's going here to get this.
Yep. That's really solid point.
only going there to get their lotto tickets.
Right. Like, no, I'm not here to play the numbers today. Let me get that water right there. Let me get all of it.
But let's see, what else is going on with the Rona? So people just lying about all types of shit with the Rona. People saying, well, now that we know the NBA is fucking over,
Yeah.
we can dispel the myth that niggas can't get the Rona.
Niggas need to know.
At first, it was Rudy Gobert, and we like, he really only half nigga, so
It did.
we had to
Half
wait for a
nigga.
full breed to
It
get
did.
one.
His teammate, yeah.
Yep.
I swear in the beginning I was like, wow. Like how is it the 2 star players come out with the coronavirus? But that don't even matter at this point.
And then like half the well, they're not the New Jersey Nets, but the Brooklyn, half of the goddamn team tested positive for
Yeah.
shit.
Well,
They in New York.
New York that's a whole different breed out there, man. Like the police department is falling sick, like 300 staff members.
You heard about James Dolan?
Nah.
Like, he got it.
Oh, good. I hope it takes him out.
Okay.
The owner of the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it takes
That's
him out.
right.
Hey,
I hope
Man.
it takes him out and Spike Lee buys the team.
that is strictly his opinion.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, what, Spike Lee?"
And Spike Lee buys the Knicks.
All right. I support that second half. It's not gonna happen, but
It's not gonna happen.
yeah,
But
that's
you never know.
Yeah, New York is definitely out of all states, it's a lot going on out there.
Yeah, man. They definitely need to stay in the house.
Yeah, stay in the house, stay in that state.
Ooh, yeah.
Don't. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, y'all just social distancing doesn't exist in the state of New York. Well, at least in like the city, like 5 boroughs,
Yeah,
it doesn't exist. You can't walk around and be like 6 feet away from somebody. It's impossible.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like to just function normally is difficult,
Mm.
I don't even get how they still have, like, I feel like even in that environment, delivery can possibly be a problem because I see people that live in New York, like, some of the people that I follow that live in New York, like they still getting like, the food delivery services
Yeah.
and things like that.
yeah.
And it's crazy. I'm like, look, I'm gonna stay prayed up for y'all because it's sick out there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I have a couple friends that's like, I'm not ordering out because I don't even trust the people that deliver the food. I'm like, you kind of got a point there because
You think they have super in depth training? Like these are like
Training?
hourly employees. They just
they're not
out
even
here-
hourly employees. They're like Uber Eats people. Like they don't even work for the
Right.
restaurant. They
Yeah,
just-
real talk.
Yeah,
It is-
especially Uber. Yeah,
they coming
you
from
made
their
a great
home,
point.
picking shit up and dropping it off.
Uber
Yeah.
Eats.
I mean, but you would hope that I see it there like doing Uber Eats is you go to the restaurant, it's all about the driver. You
And you
can't
don't
trust
know who
it.
the driver
Yeah, you don't
is.
know who it is.
It's a random ass fucking person.
But
I heard some weird stories about what these drivers be doing, man. Like, yo, like
yeah, you
they
can't be
be
doing that
eating
during this
your
time.
food.
yo.
like
They be
eating the
eating your
food is
food,
the
yeah.
is
Yeah,
the-
that's-
that's actually not the worst thing that you hear.
Yeah, definitely.
They-
Honestly, I would prefer you eat my food than whatever the extra shit you going.
Whatever else you
Like, don't rub your balls on my fries,
Yeah,
please,
come on,
please.
yo.
dog.
Wow.
Like, no, like there are articles about them doing shit like that.
That's why I always pick up in the restaurant.
Yeah, I
I'm
would
not-
prefer to pick
yeah.
up. Nah. Yeah, so I mean, Uber Eats. I think I see Uber Eats and like Grubhub and shit like that is a good come up for somebody that's looking for a job during this time. Because a lot of people are losing jobs, and just for
Amazon,
a meantime thing.
UPS,
yeah, they still
them
operation.
motherfuckers
Yeah,
they own the spot hiring now because it's crazy.
it's crazy to see how many the difference of an essential business and a non-essential employee. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
it's scary to to see the difference and how it can really affect where you are during a time like this.
Yo, and it's such a polar opposite. And we were kind of talking about it earlier. It's like if you're essential, you're probably getting paid more, getting offered more hours. And if
Yeah.
you're non-essential, you're out of work. So
done.
the
Yeah.
pay differential, the gap just widens.
Yeah, it increases.
When you're
for
talking about that,
sure.
so that's a scary thought within itself, because like I said, like desperation, poverty breeds crime.
Yeah.
I think Shannon Sharp said something like, when you talk about when you're talking about crime and activity like that, it's based on proximity. So if you come from, like, let's say you're in a neighborhood in which that all of their let's say the people that do have jobs that actually have income, they're all non-essential or there's something like that, then a lot of the crime that will take place in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
And that's how that crime will rise. They're not going to care even if a curfew takes place. That's why people need to stay their butts at home, so that these non-essential people can go back to work and making income that doesn't involve crime. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about that, and I'm also worried about the simple fact that even though some people, including myself, like corona's not a guaranteed death sentence. If you're not old or have a deficient immune system, it really shouldn't kill you. But then you have to understand that hospitals, they only have a limited amount of beds.
Right.
They have a limited amount of everything. Like
Right,
they
exactly.
run
People,
sanitizer
time,
and all types of
everything,
stuff.
yeah.
So when you actually think about that, it's like, okay, what about someone that has, cancer, just recovering from a heart attack? Are they going to have to wait and possibly have something happen to them because you were irresponsible and caught corona? Like,
Yeah,
that's a problem.
and it only could be resolved by us, self
And honestly,
isolating.
if you have that shit, it's almost no use of you going to the hospital anyway.
Yeah.
It's not really
Yeah.
much they can do for you.
And if you're a young person, when I say young, I mean under 40. If you're under 40, just stay your butt at home. Take some ginger. Ginger's good for you.
Not ginger ale.
That's in jail. No
Ginger,
Robitussin.
the actual stuff, like vitamin C, orange juice, to drink some warm water, like things like that, and stay your butt at home. You will get better. You will overcome that without going to the hospital.
Yeah, just practice your regular shit. Like wash your nasty ass hands.
Yeah, and if you don't practice it, this is the reset time. Like,
For real.
like that's the
organize
craziest
it.
thing about it is like everything that can be done to prevent it is like
It's every day.
basic shit.
Yeah.
Like wash your hands.
Right.
Don't touch your face.
Right. But I
Stay
will say
6 feet away from people. Like you shouldn't be. These are things
I've-
you should do on a regular.
I learned one thing about myself. When I cough, I haven't realized when I cough that I usually cough in my hand.
oh,
Like shit. Yeah. So now I was like, oh damn, All right, I'm aware of what I just did with that. Let me fix that up real quick. Make sure I get in my elbow real quick.
Do you cough in public?
Huh?
During Corona, have you coughed in public?
Nah, I had a couple people over my house when that happened, and it was like, hey, bro, I know you in your house and all, but you just called me. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even realize that. Yo, you right.
Yo, people are like.
Yo, they are watching and they are
that's
aware.
a gunshot.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Cough is
So
a
I'm like,
gunshot
hey,
right
that's
now.
love, yo. All right. Correct yourself. All right, so essential businesses. So right now, the only thing that's open, grocery stores, pharmacies, anything really public health
Liquor
related.
stores.
Yes, and
Very
liquor stores,
essential. A
gas
lot of
stations.
people was
They are
upset.
essential.
People
They
was
are.
upset the liquor
They are.
stores. I was like, no, that the people's about to be home with their families for the first time and forever. They need liquor.
I mean, no, that's a good question though. Like, why?
That exactly what I
you
just
know-
said.
Yeah, I guess
These
it is.
people ain't never spent time with their family before. They gonna need a little bit of something to
They
calm
really
down.
getting to know who their wife is or who their husband is. They gonna need a drink.
Or even who
They say
are
it's
for.
medically necessary, as well. It's a medical necessity.
Alcohol gonna kill you, but it's medically. I can't agree with
Look,
that.
look,
Would you agree with that?
I'm glad they open. I'm
Yeah.
not going to confirm
As
deny
I
that.
sip from my cup,
Right.
I'm glad that they open.
I'm glad that they open. Amen, brother.
Oh shit! But in Denver, they don't consider it as an essential
Ooh.
business or marijuana dispensaries.
Ooh, they dying in there. They struggling.
Nah, you know what
No,
they did
them-
in Denver? They just re-up. Like,
Like
they
shit.
just went and
They did a
loaded
hell of
up.
stock. That's crazy. All right, what else?
What
is
if you
there?
got a medical card though for marijuana? Is that not considered?
Well, I know.
I think that would, bypass that,
True. I guess that would be considered like a farmer.
So what else is
pharmaceutical.
essential?
Pet stores, auto stores, banks, laundromats,
Look, everybody ain't blessed to have a washer and dryer, so.
yeah, and hardware
But
stores.
ooh, I don't. Laundromats are.
So like Home Depot's open.
Yeah, Home Depot is definitely open.
Okay.
Get your house in order.
Yep.
Now that's what I've been spending a lot of times. Like, I'm at home all the time now. I see all these damn home projects ready to pop off, yo. So, yeah. Honestly, I really feel like Corona is that reset. It's like
for
we
the people
out.
that use it as such. Some people just Netflix and shit. all
Yeah,
day. I'm
that's
like,
true
oh.
too. And if that's your focus, that's your focus. But I think this is a good time just to slow down and think of something bigger and better.
It's a wonderful opportunity for everybody to look in the mirror and figure out what they need to do
Yeah.
going forward.
Yeah, cause I saw a post was like everything that's really knocked out is entertainment based, like large crowds.
Mm-hmm.
You could say secular shit.
I mean, even churches is closed.
Yeah,
that's
true.
not
That is
even
true as well.
secular shit.
I seen TD Jakes do his sermon and there's like 20 people in there.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But it's still fire.
exactly.
And that's really the power of technology too. Just to see, we in 2020 now, and it's different. And that's why I kind of feel like it's the new normal, really just popping off as well.
Yeah, that's. I even put like a IG post, which it was kind of a joke, but it wasn't. Like, social distancing don't stop once
Yeah.
this Corona shit over. Like,
Yeah, I seen that
continue to like stay the fuck away from
Right.
me at least.
post.
Like,
100%.
We're in this together. Just stay away from me.
right? Like, hey, I got your back
All
from a
procedures
distance.
that was created for this coronavirus is real life, and just keep that up.
Yeah, it's like, hey, just because you are no longer on a quarantine, don't mean that you gotta come to my house. Like,
Right, bruh.
Phone just started to blow up. Oh, like
Bruh,
we turn
I
it up.
see-
We tearing the city
yo,
up.
ready to come
We
through,
tearing
yo.
the
What's up,
city
yo?
up.
I seen a
Oh.
post that had said like, no, this is actually on the news. I think on the news said if for all the people that have to stay like at home, if you usually would call somebody like once a week, she recommended you call them like once a day. I said, fuck that.
Whoa,
Mm-mm.
why the increase?
No. If you usually call me once a week, you can call me once a month. Ain't nothing about to change from week to week.
Right.
I'm at home. I'm fine. I am not sick.
That's it, and that was the key. Yo. As long as you check in your people in the beginning, make sure everybody comfortable, doing all right.
I did my check-in last week.
Yeah.
Until probably the middle of April, I'm not checking back in on the
I give them like
you still alive? All right,
week,
good.
week 2 by week notice. Check.
The only people I gotta check in with is people that live in toxic households. Just gotta
True.
make sure ain't nobody kill
Yeah.
themselves.
Yep, that's real. That's real.
Or
I
the
wanted
other
to say
person.
something, but
Please.
Go ahead, say it.
no, I can't.
So,
I cannot.
He said no, I can't.
so now you bite your tongue.
Like shit, now
I have to.
if you now I'm curious.
I'll tell you after.
He said off record.
Off the record.
Alright. So anything else on Rona y'all want to delve into, man? This is really the time that we in.
Wash your ass.
And your hands.
Wash.
Wash your ass, your hands, your legs, white people, your feet. I had a conversation with someone last week, like, about how you wash your feet in the shower. I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta make it happen. Like, it ain't pretty. I ain't flexible, so, but I make it work. Like, I get it between the toes.
Yeah, man. Get it how you live, man. And stop trying to. Social distancing is serious.
Yeah.
Don't shake my hand. Don't try to give me dab. Even the elbow dab. That's an exception. Okay,
I see you,
Yes.
bro.
I see
Exactly. I see you.
What's good, bro? I see
Exactly.
Give
What's
from
good?
over here.
Give me
Look,
cheers.
healthy social distancing is 6 feet. All right, keep that in mind.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm also glad that people are like done. Well, most people are done with like the conspiracy theories. Like, oh, this is something by the government. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's no one benefiting from this shit at all.
Yeah.
Like, or people are saying that people are getting paid to say that they have corona. I'm like,
Yeah, that's weird.
the people that y'all think are getting paid are already like hella rich. Like, it's no amount of money that you can pay Tom Hanks for him to be like, hey, yeah, I have coronavirus. Like, Tom Hanks has hundreds of millions of dollars.
Why? Yo? Why would he do
What the
this?
fuck? What does he benefit for saying I have a disease?
Yeah, this is just a serious, unfortunate event. Like, this is just serious.
Yeah, I watching our president and him talk in the early stages.
Oh my god.
And
Y'all want to talk about entertainment? This
Yeah,
no
hey, yo,
what's
I
real
was about
talk.
to say it.
Yeah.
Oh my
This-
god.
I mean,
and I think that's really important. Like
If he
how
was not
all
our
this
commander in
rolled
chief,
out. Yeah,
he would be hilarious.
Yeah,
He's really
he
like
would
a
be.
Dave Chappelle
he
skit.
would be.
In
Yo,
real life,
he's
he would
he's
be.
a walking SNL character.
Yeah.
He's a Saturday Night Live characterization of himself.
Yeah, and it's terrible that
You
he's our
saw
president.
that one who was it? One of his advisors was talking, and I think she was saying she had she was at home.
He was like, oh,
He's like, oh, gotta go.
My question was that real, yo? Was that like real life, yo? Because if he would have did that, yo, in real life, man, like that's just
I think that was
crazy,
real.
yo. He said, "Oh,
I
I'm
think
out."
that was real.
Donnie
also,
I think Donnie was being Donnie. Okay.
yeah, and also
Yo.
he had in one of his press conferences, he was like, "People are dying that have never,
Never
died,
died
before."
before.
Well, you know what? This nigga speaking facts.
Hey, that is a fact, though.
This nigga spitting.
Oh boy.
Like, oh, okay, bars. That nigga's,
Those
it's
are
true.
bars right there. Yo, in that one interview, he looks like as she's telling the story, he looks at the camera, he slowly turns and turns back.
He gave that look.
Like,
You heard that?
The worst part about it is this nigga be up here talking, and then like he be having his advisors come behind him, and they like, everything this nigga just said was
Yeah.
wrong. Let me tell you what's really going
Real
on.
talk. That's when I see him speak, I listen, but then I also look at the people behind him just to look at their facial expressions, be like, yeah, that shit kind of off.
Everybody
yo.
but Ben Carson, because Ben
Donald
Carson probably
was-
was like, yeah,
All right,
this is
yeah,
right.
we can.
Donald paid zero attention
He
at
rose
the
with it.
meeting. He didn't
Like
listen
this
at
nigga
all.
did not pay attention at all in the debrief. He was on Twitter during the debrief, so
Donnie talks and tweets without thinking every time.
I mean, that's what he do. though.
Every time.
And that's it. Kind of like when he got that information in the beginning. It's like honestly, this virus been going around. You can say
it started. It was
late last year,
late
early
last year.
yeah. So I mean, people have known about it for a minute, and I think it was just us taking it seriously a little too late. And then when we were taking it serious, it was
Well, we didn't take it
everybody.
serious till the guy here.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
once we got that notice, and that's why everybody was gonna run out to the stores and stuff. It was just like if we passionate for information better. I think
That also
whole
speaks on
transition.
like how the world has changed. Like it never before has like a disease that was regional at one point been able to spread worldwide that quick.
True. Yeah, this is definitely rare.
Yeah, so it makes you want to think about like when you travel, you gotta do your research on like what the fuck is going on in the countries that you about to travel to.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we just be so in our own box in the United States that we don't realize that shit is happening everywhere else.
Yeah.
And shout out, and I have to say something. Shout out to the no, I'm gonna say it, dumbasses in Florida. Shout out to them.
They ain't not dumbass. They just Florida. That sun it hit.
Yo, what? Like that was crazy.
Are you talking about how they still was going down Miami and stuff?
Yo,
Oh, I know a couple people that was down there spring breaking. But
Yeah.
you know what?
take your ass back home.
But they always say that being young is wasted on the youth. Like
True.
dumb young motherfuckers do not give a shit about nothing. They like, oh,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm 20.
Everybody feel
I'm
like
good.
They
Like
invincible, you know? That's that.
And
invincible
honestly,
age.
if I was 20, I would do the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
fuck it,
Yeah, I ain't gonna fold you. I would have been out there. Well, most
yeah, I
likely.
would have been out there.
most like I
I
ain't
would
gonna
have been out there. If I was 20, I definitely would have been like,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Look, shit,
All right.
we,
like those.
no,
those
we was in
those
Miami a
ticket
couple years
prices,
ago, and it was crazy.
Those
What?
ticket prices, man, they dropped so low. I'm like,
Yeah.
look, on a college income, you could go
right.
round trip.
That
it
yeah.
was-
I think they were doing a
It
round
was
trip
round
for like
trips
40,
to like
50s.
Cali for like $70.
And in Florida,
Like-
it had to be like 40.
My friends was like, "Oh, we going to Hawaii for lunch." Like, you know, might have to make that trip. Did you know?
going
going
back
to
to
Hawaii. For
I saw
lunch.
a tweet that said you going back to Jerusalem. That shit was called $28.
Da-
I was like, wow, you take that flight, man.
Hey, yeah.
Ain't mad at it.
Hey, buy y'all tickets now, because you know once this shit over with,
Them prices going back up. I think I think would it be foolish to plan to buy a ticket for December? Like,
if you
I
can get
don't-
one for December right now, I
Yeah.
don't think it'd be foolish.
I
I think
think it'd
by
be a
then
great
that'd
idea.
Be...
I'm trying to plan the trip in August.
Oh, another myth we got to dispel. Niggas is talking about, oh, once it start getting hot, this shit gonna go away.
True.
It's not how shit works. Like,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, it's the opposite. Like that shit, once it gets hotter, it's when diseases kind of spread.
Yeah, honestly, what I like to say for myself is I'm not a professional. I don't know none of this shit. I'm just here to experience it like everybody else and just try to protect myself and my family.
right.
Because
That's
Facts.
really the thing with me is like I got people in my family that are at like high risk for it being like
Yeah.
really fatal. So it's like I really got to be careful about the people I'm around. But
Mm-hmm.
outside of that, my day to day is pretty normal.
it hasn't changed. And I mean, I can't say that. I've been waiting for this moment. Just be like, we're so isolating. You
But
know?
I'm built for this.
It's like this is what I've been waiting on. Like
I'm built for this.
I don't have to go out. I'm in my house. I'm forced in my house, so I gotta make sure I cook. I gotta make sure I'm chilling. I'm make sure I'm good.
Mm.
And I mean, I feel like that's just what I needed.
Yeah, because it's
I'm,
like,
I'm just here with the show.
see, for me, it just made it easier because now I don't have to bluff. It's like I can't go out.
Right,
It's so-
yeah.
Like people was kind of upset with me. I'm like, nah, nigga, it's social distancing. Stay in the house.
You can't come over
That
yet.
first week
Nah.
when people saw it, oh, yo, people was upset. When They was like, nah, nope, ain't no coming over, nope. Social distancing.
I am curious, really, just how long is this shit gonna last, though?
Yeah, everybody got a limit, man.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody got
It's
a
like,
limit.
damn, I was kind of looking to do something. Like, God.
Well, my thing, I'm thinking that shit might, the way that people not paying attention and following instructions now, I think it's going to get worse
Yeah.
before it gets better.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
definitely.
the key. Like, it's on us as people to really control it. Like, if
Mhm.
we was to stay inside and self isolate, then it will go down quicker.
Mhm.
But when you go out, you see people out,
People are out. People do
Like-
not give a fuck.
and it's
And a lot of people think because that they aren't showing symptoms that it's impossible for them to carry it.
Yeah.
Where it is possible for you to not show symptoms, or that your symptoms will show up after you've already contracted. Like your symptoms won't be immediate.
And that's
Yeah.
selfish. And
Mhm.
and that's very selfish because at the end of the day, you're not and I hate to say it, a lot of people aren't really going to understand until a loved one
yeah,
is exposed to it that's vulnerable to it.
yeah.
Oh, that's how a lot of people was. It was like they didn't think it was real until someone else that they knew caught it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I told your ass this shit wasn't fake, but now that your cousin got it or your
nanny.
Yeah.
you know, Nana in the hospital now. Cause you're a dumbass.
Yeah, protect your older folks, man.
Yeah,
That's
just do
that's
that,
at the end of
yeah.
the day, just protect your older folks. Whether it be, not being around them or making sure they got what they need. Cause I'm all for conspiracy theories. I love them. I enjoy to listen to them.
I
And
love them
just
when they make sense.
Yeah.
either way, if they don't make sense or if they do, I'm down to listen. And one of them that
If it don't make sense, it has to be really ridiculous.
yeah, it got to be really, really ridiculous and really good.
Tough.
But I remember or hearing people say like this is an attack on old people, and I heard something
On the boomers?
just
Life-
flat out, yeah, just flat
Life
out.
is an attack on old
Like,
people.
yeah.
Everywhere you go
Like-
as an old person, you are in danger.
I heard that the goal is to get 10,000 people dead in the United States, and once that happens, you'll see the virus goes away.
Get the fuck
What?
outta here.
We got like I want to say 2,000 or 3,000 now.
I'm just curious as to where that came from. Now, I was amused by the fact that people were saying at first like that it was only attacking like the old racist people because it was like
Bet.
old Europeans and like the Chinese. Like, okay, yeah,
Take them out.
all the motherfuckers. It was definitely racist, probably like old Nazis and shit. But then I think not even like last week, like a 36-year-old like
School
black
teacher?
teacher, yeah,
Mm.
like oh damn.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't hear the theory of black people not being able to get this virus.
That was like a real early.
yeah,
thing.
and then Idris Elba, he got it, and then he was like, "Yeah, this is black people can get it as well." My question: why do we not take nothing serious until it affects entertainment or like the media? Until it affects sports, until it affects an actor or actress. Like why?
I think we put that on a pedestal that it shouldn't be
Yeah.
on. Honestly, I think we subconsciously do that. Like whenever like someone who's famous, it doesn't have to be someone with too much clout or a reason.
Yeah.
It could just be someone who's famous. Like, oh, I need to listen to this. Like when I love Cardi B. I think she's very entertaining. But it shouldn't take Cardi B to give you a message for you to listen to it.
Yeah.
Like she's not, there's a lot of things that she talks about that you listen to. She's not a professional on.
Yeah.
Right. Not a
Yeah.
professional or expert.
Not
Right.
at all. But she is a voice, and I think like a lot of people fall into that.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't got nothing else to say about that.
Yeah. I mean, you pose a good question. I don't have the answer because I don't be on the internet like that anyway. So
Like, cause I remember when the NBA shut down, like that was really chaos on my timeline. Like NBA is gone, they suspended. This Rona shit is real.
but the thing
Not
is, like
until that happened.
half the shit that be happening, like people be sending me, like I don't be finding out on my own. People
Yeah.
be like, oh, someone sent me like a IG post about the NBA being shut down. I was like, oh well, I wasn't finna watch it to the playoffs anyway. So
Just skip all that.
yeah, just as long as Braun and them boys is in the finals, I'm good.
They gonna win the chip for real, if they have one.
I don't even know how that's even going to play out.
It's a lot of different
I'm
possibilities.
I'm just excited to see how it all.
I think they're
turns out.
definitely against going straight into the playoffs. They're
Nah,
definitely against
they
that.
have to because them boys been out of because they haven't even been able to practice.
Mhm.
So they gotta get some running before they go
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Definitely. Damn. Honestly, we might have a part 2 Corona episode because
I mean, this is really strange because like now we got football that's supposed to
Yeah.
be starting up soon, and that shit's real different.
March Madness is
because
canceled.
March Madness got canceled.
Yeah, we didn't even have March Sadness.
Chill. It was gonna be a good year though.
I didn't
Like,
even get to play Future as much as I wanted to because March Madness didn't. That's my shit. That's my shit.
Yeah, you funny as shit, dog.
Yo, this is wild, bro. Like we living in an alternate world right now, yo.
It is the new normal. That's really how I see.
Well, yeah, and honestly, a lot of what I've been reading is that from it going from a pandemic to an endemic, where it's like it's something that's just gonna be like around forever,
yeah,
and we'll just like learn to deal with it. Like eventually, they'll probably have like a vaccine or something.
Yeah.
But the way that the world operates is changed forever.
yeah, yeah. I think at the end of the day, the goal. I forgot what I was about to say. I ain't know.
Well, the the one thing is people be thinking that like you get cured from it. You don't really get cured. It's like you just kind of get over the shit.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not going away. It's the goal is to get a vaccine for it.
and that shit
Um,
takes like a year to a year and a half to
Yeah,
create
but
a vaccine, so.
they are moving quick on it. Like how
They
fast
still
they
gotta
are
like
moving on
do
it.
a lot
is-
of testing on animals. and
Yeah,
shit
they're
before
like
they
in
push it out.
they're in a clinical trial right now, which they just started like a couple months
Mhm.
ago. And normally when they start a clinical trial, that's like after 3 years of prep
Mhm.
work, and they started this after like a couple months. So I can say like on the science side, they are moving quick on it, which was cool to be on the inside and see that.
Yeah.
But real life every day, I'm curious to see how there's like these pickup centers and how is everybody gonna get tested, how like all that's gonna unfold.
Well, I'm about to say because they running out of tests.
Yeah.
For a lot of the stuff, like even like hospitals and like the National Guard is deployed like with tests, but the supply for it is low because it's such a new thing.
Definitely, man. We just gotta stay safe, stay clean, Rona free.
Just mix that soap with that hot water, and we be good.
That's it, yo. And don't touch each other, yo.
Yeah.
Right.
you
Head
know?
nods and what's up, bros? I see
That's
you.
it. I see you over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, see you over there.
Salutes.
Stop wearing
That's
them stupid ass fucking masks. It don't help.
real
Like
shit.
shit.
Y'all are
Real
stupid.
shit. Yeah, there's a lot of that going around.
And then a
too.
lot of y'all don't even have like medical masks. Y'all have gardening masks. Y'all look like a goddamn fool.
You look ignorant.
Y'all ignorant. I ain't look-
Yeah.
I seen somebody walking across the street with one of the dead bags. I was like, bro, you are about to hop on the bus. The last thing you need to worry about is that bag.
Well, are gloves better?
Yeah, because the mask don't, whatever is being spewed around, it'll go through the mask.
Yeah.
Mm.
The mask only help like if you actually have it, it stops. Well, it helps prevent you from spreading it to other people. But
Right.
if you got the shit, you shouldn't be around nobody.
Yeah, you
anyway.
should be in the house anyway.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, and it's a weird season because it's allergy season.
Mhm.
But if you just feel sick, like just sit your ass down.
Right, right.
That will save and help a lot more people.
That is the word right there. Sit your ass down. That is what this corona is for. Sit your ass down.
Really,
If
Yeah.
y'all didn't learn shit else from this quarantine,
sit
you
your ass
learned to sit your ass down.
down. Yeah.
Sit your ass down. Find you a hobby. Read a goddamn book. Niggas that don't read a book.
Yeah. All right.
Learn to read.
This is one question. What one hobby or something that you plan to pick up or want to pick up during this Corona season?
A hobby?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm gonna be honest. Like I've been curious about chess.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I've been kind of curious about it. Just always like kind of just stayed away because of stigma of it being a nerdy type of thing. But
Mhm.
I might pick it up.
That'd be a good one. I like that one.
I'm already like a little bit of a reader, so it'll probably put me back onto that wave of reading.
True that.
Probably get into like back to journaling or something like that. Just some shit that don't really involve technology, so I can kind of like not be plugged in all the time.
Yeah, that's a good one. I definitely decided to try to pick up some more books. Just to do that. But one thing I was interested in, just with this whole pandemic and how the world will move, is gardening. I'm trying to learn how to grow potatoes. I'm gonna try to get like
I
a
don't
little
think I have
bucket.
the patience for that shit.
I mean, but it's not even. You got to now. Yo. It's like
don't.
the world is
That's
moving,
not
yo.
bad, though.
So you got to learn how to like grow your own shit. Like I want to learn how to grow my own potatoes
Because you
I
gotta
like them
remember
so
that
much.
all this shit started from bats biting pigs and niggas.
Some
eating them.
weird
Yeah,
that
some
yeah,
crazy
some
shit.
weird ass shit. Like nah. So potatoes will be my first piece of food. Said
Yeah.
piece of food.
I mean, hey, potatoes, you can't really go wrong with a potato. So
Yeah, and then when you grow them, they grow in like big ass bulks. So it's like 50 to 100 potatoes at one time. So hopefully it's not that hard of a process to
you don't know them
learn.
in your backyard.
Chill, son. Don't try to play my backyard. You can put them in like a bucket or create like a little stand or still some shit.
Then you gonna get like one of the big ass storage bins.
Yeah, and just try to grow some shit.
Grow some potatoes.
Yeah, see how check in me like 6 weeks after I start.
So when you start,
Farmer Kelvin.
Whenever I make that trip back to Home Depot in the in the low hours of people.
That's what's up, yo.
Yeah, I'm excited to try that out. You know, I gotta save 2 hours of my commute now.
Yeah, that's something to do.
You're right. That them damn commute hours. Rona. Anything else?
I think we kind of touched on a lot
Yeah,
of stuff,
yo.
man.
I'm really upset at Rona, but at the same time, it is what it is. She canceled our event for the day. But
Damn, Rona.
it's
Still
I think
a celebration.
yeah, it's still a celebration, and then if anything, it just lined up for a better event in the future. So, stay
Absolutely.
tuned, man. Stay safe. And this
Stay
is not
woke.
the outro.
And just remember, you know what? We're in this together, but just stay away from, from me. All
Yeah,
right?
yeah, do that and enjoy the IG live concerts.
Yeah, I was
the
about to
DJ
say.
sets, the face offs.
Yo, this is the time to be on IG Live. Get your community right.
We
Get
might have
the-
to hop in IG live.
Yo, I
Play
think we
game.
should. We probably. I recommend we do our next episode on IG Live if we still into shits like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, IG Live. Netflix group parties.
Oh yeah, they had a Netflix party.
We should pop one of those off.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. If anybody got serious that they would like to invite people in on,
Mhm.
then
We
I
might have
think
to
we
do
should
that.
do that.
Give people a link.
That's it. Link it up, man. Check in with your community, man. This is the time where communities are felt, are built, are established, are maintained, thriving.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just make sure your crew and yourself is good. And I'm glad to have y'all here and everybody good. We rocking.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you for watching What's Good Bro podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below. Also, make sure you check out the rest of our footage on our page.
Yeah, and we got some dope content on Instagram as well. You can follow us there at WGB Podcast.
And please don't forget to listen to us on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify. We come out every other week.
And remember, thank you.
Okay.